Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, student. How are you today? Good, thank you. So before we start the lesson, maybe someone can let's pray together, please. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Who is absent today? Who is absent today? Ada yang tidak masuk hari ini? Just one? And then? Ada lagi? Sunan. Ada lagi? Raska. 3 student doesn't have to class. We'll check attendance of the class. So, if I call your name, please raise your hand and say present. Abdullah Rodi, Abian Putra, Atta, Dimas Alfi, Maria Sena, Muhammad Hildan, okay guys, sorry. We start lesson about narrative text. What is narrative text? What is narrative text? Narrative text is a text. Narrative text is a type of text that tells a chronological story in the past tense. Purpose untuk narrative text. The aim of narrative text is to entertain the readers through the amusing story. Jadi apa? Narrative text itu apa? Narrative text is menceritakan kejadian atau kronologi masa lalu. The type of narrative text: fairy tales, mystery, horror story, science fiction, romance, and adventure story. So, the type of narrative text, who's like romance? Who's like romance story? Who's like fairy tale story? Who's like mystery story? Mystery? Science fiction? Horror stories? Who is like horror stories? You like? Why? It's fun. Horror story is fun. Okay, good. Generic structure of narrative text. For the orientation, let's begin with the opening part of narrative text, which is the orientation is the section serve as the introduce to the story. It is where the author introduce the character, improve and establish the setting of the story, include the place, time, atmosphere, and social content. The purpose. Okay, generic structure-nya untuk narrative text is orientation. Wah, apa yang dimaksud dengan orientation jadinya? Sini. Apa? Pembukaan atau pembukaan dari sebuah cerita teks, narasi. The second one is complication. Break down the complication stage, which handle the main conflict of the narrative text. Follow three-step structure. The first one is rising action. This is where the problem is first introduced. The start of to escalate. The second one is climax, the ultimate peak of the problem and the most intense part of the story. Fall in action, the tension drop and the character begin finding a way to solve the issue. Jadi compilation is yang berisikan permasalahan yang ada di dalam sebuah cerita secara lebih detail. Jadi ada rising action, ada climax, and the falling action. Okay, next. Masih di generic structure. The resolution. The resolution mark the end of our narrative journey where the problem find its answer. Generally, the story can be closed in three ways. The first is happy ending. Second one, the third is cliffhanger atau cerita yang menggantung. Jadi kamu lebih suka yang mana? Lebih suka yang happy ending, sad ending, atau yang menggantung? Sad story, sad ending. Why? Kenapa? Guys, lebih terasa feel-nya. Ada lagi yang lebih suka yang apa? Happy ending, sad ending, or cliffhanger? Happy ending, why? Merasa puas dengan hasilnya. Oke, untuk generic structure of reorientation. Reorientation is the final part of narrative text. Structure it usually contain a summary, a moral value, or highlight the character transformation at the end of the story. It is important to note that this section is completely optional. Therefore, it does not always have to be present in every narrative. Jadi, bagian terakhir ini untuk reorientation itu biasanya berisi tentang kesimpulan atau pesan moral value atau perubahan watak dari tokoh di akhir cerita. Reorientation tidak harus selalu ada pada suatu cerita. Okay, next. Language builder. Using simple past tense. Narrative text usually use a simple past tense because they tell story or event that have already happened. Already happened is this allow readers to clearly understand the sequence of event and help them get completely that in this. Oke, di sini ada contohnya. The example is once upon a time in a small village there lived a kind, generous old man. One day, as he was walking through the forest, he stumbled upon a giant squash and missed his closer. Jadi dari contoh teks ini, contoh teks berikut, pada zaman dahulu kala, di sebuah desa kecil, hiduplah seorang pria tua yang baik hati dan dermawan. Suatu hari, ketika ia sedang berjalan menuju hutan, ia menemukan sebuah labu raksasa. Terkejut dan ia pun mendekat. Nah, potongan atau contoh example for the narrative text in front of you is berbentuk past tense atau yang lampau. Coba yang mana yang masuk ke dalam kata lampau atau present past tense? Once upon a time. Terus ada lagi? Live. Okay, next. Language feature masih using adverb of time. An adverb of the time is a word that explaining when an event happen, how it lasts, and how often it occurs in a narrative text. Adverb of time help clarify the sequence of event in the story. It makes it much easier for readers to follow that plot and feel completely drawn into the story they are reading. Example of adverb of time include today, yesterday, one day, tomorrow, last year, later, and many others. We use this term to easily specific the timing of an event. Example-nya, early one morning, Sarah decided to go for a jog. She jogged in the park. As she jogged, the sun began to rise, casting a golden glow over the trees. Later that day, she met her friend for lunch and shared her morning adventure with them. Sini ada contohnya, berarti early morning, Sarah memutuskan untuk pergi jogging di taman. Saat Sarah jogging, matahari mulai terbit, menyebarkan sinar cahaya emas pada pepohonan. Glow over the trees. Later than day. Pada hari itu. Kemudian pada hari itu, ia bertemu teman-temannya untuk makan siang. Oke, di sini juga terdapat beberapa contoh adverb of time, yaitu early one morning, terus later than day, yang digunakan untuk menunjukkan urutan peristiwa. Jadi di sini early morning menunjukkan peristiwa yang later than day menunjukkannya setelah hari itu atau berikutnya. Oke, kita next lagi. Using adjective. So every narrative text is using adjective. An adjective word is a word used to describe a noun and or a pronoun, which can represent a person, place, animal, object, color, smell, or even an abstract concept. Jadi bisa using adjective ini untuk menunjukkan orang, tempat, hewan, object, color, smell, or even an abstract concept. Jadi di dalam naratif untuk mengganti kata orang, tempat, binatang, dan yang lain itu menggunakan adjective. Contohnya, the brave knight entered the dark mysterious forest, ready to face any challenge that lay ahead. Seorang kesatria knight ini satria ya. Seorang satria yang berani memasuki hutan yang gelap dan misterius, siap menghadapi segala tantangan yang menantinya. To face any challenge that lay ahead. Terdapat kata sifat yang berupa tadi apa? Brave. Terus apa lagi kata sifatnya? Serius, dark, yang ini memberikan dua contoh sifat ini memberikan kesan kepada pembaca itu yang sisi gelap. Itu. Oke, di sini ada contoh lagi. The Legend of Mount Batur. Long time ago, there lived on island of Bali a giant-like creature named Keboiwa. The people of Bali used to say that Keboiwa was everything, a destroyer as well as a creator. Iwa is known as Mount batur. So, ada beberapa kata sifat juga di sini yang pengganti. Ada apa aja? Ada apa aja? Kata sifatnya? Apa? Mana? Stupidity. Stupidity. And then? Satisfy? Next question. From narrative text, The Legend of Mount Batur. This text is come to what types? Ini masuknya ke cerita apa tipenya? Fairy tales atau legend atau mystery? Legend. What? No, it's not the same thing. The legend not is fairy tales. Okay. Any question? No? If don't have a question, I will end of the lesson. So before we ending of class, we have learned about narrative text. The type of narrative text is fairy tales, mystery, horror stories, science fiction, romance. Terus ada lagi generic structure-nya, ada untuk orientation, complication, resolution, and reorientation. Language feature-nya atau menggunakan tata bahasanya untuk menggunakan narrative text using simple past tense. Yang kedua, using adverb of time. 3, using adjective. 4, noun phrase. Okay. Is it done? Is it clear? Yes? Any have question? No? Really? No? I have say thank you to all of you students for this day to have learned about narrative text. So before we finish that, maybe someone can lead the prayer together, please. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih semuanya. Give it a